Hi there folks, welcome back to my channel. It's handmade by Shirley. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I seem to have gone up to 610, which is amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the content. So I've come on again to do some stenciling. And I'm using my stamp wheel again because I like the stickiness of it, even though my hair's sticking on it, which isn't the best thing. But it keeps its stickiness, it keeps your piece of paper down. So I've got this other Sizzix stencil, and I got this in the Sizzix Mega Sale even. It's 664916 and it's called, what's it called? Here's the thing, I don't see a name, but it will have a name, I just can't see it. Oh golly. Anyway, it's this kind of like sort of postmark script and some wording. Positivity is a choice, and it's just a kind of probably more of a background, a bit like the last one I used was a background one, but then I added some fine details with a Posca pen just to make it look a bit more, just give it a bit more texture. So this must have a name, but I can't find the name, but I've given you the number if you're interested in that at all. I buy these all myself. This is not part of, it's called Scroll Text. How could I not see that? This is not part of an affiliation or a collaboration or whatever you want to call it. This is just me buying these and doing these videos for myself. Well, for you guys. Not for myself, but for myself. So it's really good because it gives you the number 1, then you get 2, 3 and 4. And obviously this works with the Sizzix machine, the Sizzix stamping platform, but I don't have that. I've got this old new one which I like too. So anyway, so that's just to say, that's if you did have the Sizzix tool, that's what the holes are for. So obviously you can clip it into work, but because this is a sticky pad, it will stick, and I can always use some extra tape just to hold it in place. So I've got a square card base which is 6 by 6 I think, and I've got 2 panels that I've just cut 2 panels because I might do 2 cards, I'm not sure. And I've got this 5 by 5 panel which I'm going to pop kind of in the centre, and then that will just cling on to that. Hopefully that's straightish. It looks a bit, it's hard to see. There we go. That's fine. So this is Smooth White Card by Pink Ink Designs. And, or is it Pink Frog? I get these mixed up. Is it Pink Frog? I think it's, oh, I can't remember. I do this all the time. I get mixed up. Let me see, check this bag and that will tell me. It is Pink Frog. Pink Frog Crafts 12 by 12, 300 GSM, smooth, super smooth card. That's what it is. So, anyway, so I'm going to start with the number 1 stencil. Now it's not going to go all the way up to the bottom because obviously the size of this is a 6 by 6 size. So I've got a 5 by 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to maybe just move this down slightly so I can get a wee bit more of the design in, but that's fine. And then I can just get some more of this here. Just, and then I'm going to use my blending brushes again, and I'm going to just use a bunch of different colours. So I'm using VersaClair clear colours, and I'm just thinking I'll probably make it quite muted. Well, you know, not too bright colours, I mean. So I'm going to come in with, at the background here, and I'm going to find a brush that's not orange. Excuse me. So this colour is called Morning Mist. I'm just going to load up my brush, and I do apologise if I cough and splutter in this. It's quite unavoidable at the minute for me, having just getting over a virus, but I do apologise. So I'm brushing that down because obviously there's these pieces, and if I was to go like that, that would, you know, bend that up, and it would crinkle, and it wouldn't give the effect. So I'm just brushing it down because that will stop that from happening. So that's number one. So I can now take that off gently, and then you can see that that's actually lovely. You could actually just have that on a card with a sentiment. I think that's really nice. Now I am going to wash this with some wipes right away, because if you don't, let's move these ones, if you don't, the colour seems to just stay on it, so make sure I've got it right side. I'm just going to wipes, not very wet, it's dried up a bit, so just, if it's quite good just to put them straight into water as soon as you can, just to make sure you can get rid of some of that ink. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. That one wasn't very wet. So keep that. So that's our first one. So our second one, let's go. So number 2 is this scripty one. So we're going to pop that over. Again, it's obviously going to be slightly off because the card is slightly smaller, but that's okay. And then I'm just going to go in with, let's see, what can I use? I'm just going to go in with the orange, and I'm going to keep it really, really, really very light. So I've got a wee scrap here that I can use just to take some of that ink off, because I don't want it to be in your face. And then I'm just going to go over like that. There. I'm not tending to try and go too much over the grey piece that was already there. That's fine, quite happy with that. And then just taking this off now, if I can get it off. There we go. So that's just very lightly in the orange. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to just wipe that as well quite quickly, because just stain too much. I don't suppose it matters. It's not going to stain too much. Right, so the next one I want to do is going to be, and I've got this sort of ancient thing that I got, copper ultimate metallic, so I might want to use that on one of the bits. So the next piece is the sort of postal mark, which is number 3. So I could move it up or down a bit. it slightly further up. I could have it over a bit as well. Let's just go for it there. And I think I will use this metallic for this bit. So I'm wondering, I don't have a brush here that's dedicated for metallics, I don't think. Not on the table, no. Let's see. Let me think. Let's just see if I can just pop it on like this. I don't know if this is going to work. It might slightly. I could just kind of drag it across. Yeah, it is kind of. Probably won't come off this stencil, will it? Oh, bad idea. Definitely going to have to wash this. Let's see what we've got under there. Yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can get some of this off before it. Yeah, it's coming off, that's good. When it gets stuck on there, I don't want that stuck on there. That looks quite nice. Now we've got our last piece, which is kind of wording, isn't it? So that's good, I've got that off. Glad I've got that off. Get it off of there as well. Right, there we go. So I'm wondering if, what I need to do now, trying to see if I've got anything. I wanted to do one of the sprays, but no, that's fine. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just pop this over the top like that. Is that the right way? Probably got it on the wrong way. No, that's the right way, that's fine. So this time I've got some blackberry bliss, so I'm going to use that. So let's just get the brush and let's just go over a few of these bits. So much for keeping it a wee bit subtle. I always say these things and then never works out like that, does it? Oh my goodness. I might just have a wee bit there. No, just a wee bit there, not too much. There we go. Let's just take this one off and see what we've got. That's quite a nice background. So we need to try and get some of this off as well. Oh. Yeah, I've got some of that over that side. I wouldn't normally do this on a video, but it's just because I don't want these to get covered and stay in this sort of colour, which it will. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I'm happy now. So the next thing I want to do is, I've done that, but I want to keep that onto there. And I've got, where is it? I've got some new I've got a lot of new stuff. So I've got, what did I do with them? I've got some new stuff. Yeah, I've got a lot of new things recently because I've tidied my craft room and I'm just, you know, trying to get the things that I want to have in my stash. So, where are they? So I bought these ones. They were from Globeland, which is somewhere on, what do you call it, Amazon. And I saw them and I thought that they were quite nice because I quite like the insects. So I've got those, so I thought I might put one of these over the top. And then we can use that as our background and we can just have one of these over the top. Or a couple of them over the top. So I'm thinking I'm going to go for this one, this beetle type one. So I'm just going to pop that onto there just now, and then I'm going to lift it up with my stamp wheel lid. So I'll lift it up there, like that, and it's in the right place. And I'm going to use Nocturne for this one. Let's give it a wee twist. Like that. And then pop it down. Pressure tool. There we go. And that's quite nice. I quite like that. Yeah, that's quite nice. Now, there are a few other ones which I might use. So there's this kind of little dragonfly. Let's just have a wee, we can put that on as well. Let's just pop that one on there. And let's pop this small, let's just, I think that's more than one. Let's just pop that on. So we'll take this one off just now, and then we'll go back to the stamp wheel, pick that up. It's now in the place that I want it to be. And let's just move that away, pop that down with the pressure tool. There we go. Oh yes, that's quite nice. I like that. I do like that as well. So we need to pop these back because I don't want them to get lost even. Sorry. And then what I will do actually is I'm going to re-stamp this and cut it out. So if I just get rid of that. So if I re-stamp this onto this piece of paper, so what we'll do is we'll take this one off. That's quite nice. It's quite nice with the metallic ink, isn't it? And then just pop this down. I know that's covered in ink, but I'm just going to stamp that and cut it out. So lift it up. So I'm going to stamp it in Memento. Now I really only need the outline of the body of the insect. I don't really need the legs or the script part. It's just to have an extra part on the body. Just to lift it up a bit. That didn't quite work. Let's try it again. So let's just covered in ink for some reason. So let's just make sure that bit at the back goes down. That's fine. So we can now take this off. Well, before I take it off, let's give it a colour. So I'm going to colour it in with some markers. And I'm just going to keep it on here. I'll bring it down a bit so you can see. So I'm just going to come in with some green here. This is the Ohuhu alcohol markers. And a wee bit there. Just a few bits in the green. And then I'm going to, so that colour was G554 bronze green. And then I'm going to get, where is it? That's maybe 2. So this is Cobalt Blue B659 if you're interested in that at all. That's probably a bit too dark. But I'll thing it in the mix and then I'll add some purpley colour as well. Okay, so let's get, we've got deep violet or lavender. Let's see which one probably would be better. Not sure. They're both quite nice. Let's do a wee bit of each. So a wee bit of the deep lavender. Let's do it on that bit there. And let's do this. No, this is lavender. Right, so let's just do that over the top. That just gives so it just gives it that colour. Now I've got something to put on the top here. Let's see. Right, so what I want to do now is I want to quickly cut this out. So we'll come back and then we'll attach it to the card. So I'm back now and I've cut this piece out like that. And I'm just going to pop it onto there and then put some stickles on as well. So I'm going to put some stickles onto this piece. Actually could have cut a piece out for that as well, but I've not done that. So I now need to get, where is it? Where is it? Miles away. It's miles away over there. And I need to get my foam pads. I've got this massive big thing I call a frisbee, from Sticks to Anything. So I'm going to use that, and everything seems to be stuck to it. So it's this massive big thing called, I call it a frisbee because it looks like a frisbee. So I'm going to just chop, and I've kind of curved that round because I want it to kind of be curved. So pop that in there and then pop that piece on to the other side. That should work. And this card is going to be taking ages because I'm taking ages to do it. Oh well, I'm having fun. I've not coughed much either, which is really good. Right, so let's just pop that over there. Like that, that's fine. And then I want to put these stickles on. So not too much though, because I don't want to overpower it too much. I mean, what I could have done was put glossy accents on as well. So there's that, and then I've got this. I'm going to put a wee bit just onto the wings of the butterfly as well. Right. So, and then I just want to take this off now, and you will see. So I'm just going to actually just rub some of that back because I don't want that amount on. It's too much, I think. Far too much. Just wanted a little bit. And the same with this. It's a wee bit too much. Just flatten it down a bit. Oh, don't want any on there. Just a little bit of something is needed, but not too much of it. There we go. That's better. And then now I'll bring this back up because you're quite near and I don't want you dazzled too much. So if I can get this off, right, that's fine. So just move that to the side. I've got some Posca pen in there. So just actually using the Posca pen, well, maybe I should just pop this on before it starts to dry. So I need some background colour. So what I thought I'd do was I'd get these papers again that I've got from Angela Poole, and they have got some nice backgrounds. So let's just see, I've got a couple here. So I've got, I got this ages ago, this paper from Angela Poole. I'm just seeing if that's too much going on. Yeah, it kind of gets lost, doesn't it, in there? So, and then that's, not sure about that one. Right, let's see what else have we got. Yeah, we've got more. I've got some of this stuff. This ready stuff might be quite nice. Yeah, that might be quite nice, and I can just chop it off there. So if I just get my guillotine, put that up there just now. And I just chop this to, what chop it to? I'm just trying to think. So I'm going to chop it to 5.5. And then let's just turn it that way and do 5.5. So 5.5 is there. There, that's fine. And that should work. So that's that, and that gives that a nice border. That is a nice paper in itself. That's what it looks like on the other side as well. Don't think that would that work? Maybe that would work better with that kind of thing than this. It's maybe a bit too vibrant, but I like the vibrancy of it as well. I think we'll just go with that. So I'm just going to add, hopefully this glue will come out. It might not. Oh, it did. Has been standing upright right enough. Which is good. So I'm going to put that to there. I mean, that paper's nice on its own, isn't it? This is from, I don't know if you can still get this paper. I mean, I've had it for ages. I got it off Create and Craft years ago when Angela Poole was demonstrating on it. I mean, I'm talking about, well, it's a long time before COVID. But yeah, I keep things for a while. Oh, that wasn't clever, was it? That wasn't clever. Let's wipe this away. Oof. So yeah. And then what I need to put on is a nice, I've got some stamps up here from, if I can find them, if I can find them, stamps from, yep, no, that's not them. They're hiding under all this mess that I need to put away. But because I've been, I'm going to fall off the table, because I've not been well, I've not put it away. Here they are. So let's get the one that I want to put on, which is this one. So positivity is a choice, so that's the one I want to add, which I think should fit just over here. And then that's my card. So these were from the Sizzix mega sale as well, but I don't, let's see, I think that sale's probably done now. So I don't know if you get it or not. So I think that would, yes, fit really nicely. So I've got a piece of card here, which I'm just going to stamp onto. So I'll pop that onto there, like that. Let's do it nearer the top of the white so that it's, and I'm going to use my stamp wheel again for that as well. So just popping the card to the side for a few seconds. And excuse me as I cough. Just pop this into here, like that. Put that back onto there. I'll get the stamp wheel top and lift that up. And I'm going to use, what will I use this time? Let me see. Will I use Nocturne or will I use, I don't want to have too much purpliness, so let's just go for Nocturne. So Nocturne is really black. It's a black colour, isn't it? So let's turn this round and then we can pop that down. And just, we might have to do it again. And I think I've noticed that that is part of the font, because the other one that I had, I thought wasn't printing properly, but I think that is just part of the font, but it does need redone again for a second time, because it does actually need redone. So just really ink that up, make sure all the bits are covered. And there we go. And I can always, I mean, I think that is the font. I can always add black pen into that just to make sure it does. But we can actually see what that says really. So bring the card back in, and I'm just going to chop this up with the guillotine that I've got. Let's just move a few things about. I'll move the card up here at the minute so that I can just get this in here. So just going to, this wee guillotine's actually quite handy. It's actually quite handy. It's not as sturdy as some of them, but you know, it works, it does the job. It was in a sale. so just chopping that down and then lifting that out. I'm going to chop it down again, and I'm going to just do it again here because I want it quite And that's the beauty of a guillotine. It can really go really near to the edge of it, of whatever it is you're cutting. So I'd quite like this piece cut again as well. This here, just onto there, and that just gets that, and then that should work. Let's see. Let's have a look. So bring that back in. And we can either have it just like that, or, and then I'll pop it onto my social media pages. So that's my sort of stenciling from Sizzix, the, what did I say, scroll text it's called, and some Globeland stamps, insect stamps, and some other Sizzix with some VersaFine inks. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're not subscribed, I'd be delighted if you would. And the people who have won the giveaway, please get in touch, and I can send that out to you as well. And I'll be back again soon with something else. Take care. Bye for now.